Welcome to the 18th episode of NPSee, the series that aims to bring the unimportant NPCs from games to light. Let us dive right into the vast province of Cyrodiil in Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. It is time to examine the in-universe explanation for the expeditious exportation of extremely important information. The Black Horse Courier is the company that writes news leaflets that span Cyrodiil. The center of business is the office in the market district of the Imperial City, but their influence is wide. The masterminds behind the Black Horse Courier are the three Khajiit brothers working in the office there: Hasiri, Rajiraj, and Urjabi. They employ a herald, Cyrodiil, and 4 unnamed Breton women as couriers across the land. Walking up to Hasiri, he says,
"The Black Horse Courier, brothers Urjabi and Rajiraj, and I, Hasiri, we bring the news of the Empire to the people of the Empire. Fast, fast! Here, have a copy. It's free, always free. We're funded by the Elder Council, so I don't mind, really. We operate throughout the Imperial City and Cyrodiil. Very fast, very accurate. News happens, the Black Horse Courier is there."
Rajiraj greets us with,
Rajiraj greets you. His brothers are Hasiri and Urjabi. The Black Horse Courier is our Imperial news service, chartered by the Elder Council. You see Khajiit always running through the city? You see Rajiraj and his brothers? We bring the Black Horse Courier to the good citizens, yes?
And Urjabi?
Urjabi helps his brothers, Rajiraj and Hasiri, to run the Black Horse Courier. Others write. We organize, we deliver. The news never stops. The Black Horse Courier brings the news of the people to the people. We are funded by the Empire, so our broadsheets are always free.
They all take pride in their family and business. Admirable, if a bit single-minded. They have their subtle differences, but we shall see if their routines reveal more. Cyrodiil wanders the market district, advertising the paper and handing them out with gusto.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier. A copy of the Black Horse Courier. It's the only way to get the real news. Feature story on the Grey Fox. Identity of the Grey Fox revealed. Sorry? Only 1 copy of the Black Horse Courier per customer.
His brothers and him own a shop. 3 brothers trade goods. I may cover them more in a subsequent video, but for now I will cut him out of the scope. Now, none of these 3 brothers, nor Cicero, are Black Horse Couriers, nor black, nor horses, nor couriers, and thus they have employees to do the Black Horse Couriering. 4 NPCs named Courier traverse the land to spread the news. They travel extremely quickly on their black horses, so can be hard to catch. They say the following lines with increasing amounts of contortion.
"Sorry, no time to talk. I have to deliver these copies of the Black Horse Courier. Here, have one of the latest editions, free as always." "Sorry, no time to talk. I have to deliver these copies of the Black Horse Courier. Here, have one of the latest editions, free as always." "Sorry, no time to talk. I have to deliver these copies of the Black Horse Courier. Have the latest edition, free as always. It's about the Grey Fox." "Sorry, no time to talk. I have to deliver these copies of the Black Horse Courier. Here, take a copy. It's free."
Nice of them to give a free copy even out here. There are a variety of lines about various papers that may come up as well. All 4 are Breton women with no apparent personalities. The paper also has a mixed reputation in town.
Have you seen the latest Black Horse Courier? Quite a story, don't you think?
I read the thing once in a while. Mostly, I use it for kindling. There's no telling whether anything in it is actually true.
Be seeing you.
The brothers all spend a lot of time in the office. They wake up at 6 a.m. each day. When working, they head to the office either immediately or at 7 a.m. On weekdays, Mondas to Fredas, Urjabi remains on duty throughout. On Mondas and Turdas, Rajiraj joins him, while Hasiri pitches from Midas to Fredas.
You have words?
On weekends, Lordas and Sundas, Hasiri and Rajiraj
Take care.
hold the fort together. This means they each spend 4 or 5 days working there. At 8 p.m, all brothers meet up at their home for a lengthy dinner before retiring at midnight. On their days off, each brother begins the morning with breakfast between 6 and 8 in the office's upper floor. Hasiri spends Mondas after breakfast relaxing at home.
Talk is free. What do you want?
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes.
And on Turdas, he instead heads to the Arboretum Gardens for the day. Rajirad spends Midas at home and wanders the Arboretum on Turdas. On Fredas, he pops home before going to the Green Emperor Way at 9 AM. There he lingers amongst the graves before heading home at 2 PM. Ojabi spends Loras and Sundas the same way. After the breakfast, he heads home to chill up until 12, when he traverses to the waterfront district and into the Bloated Float Inn. There he lingers and mingles up until 6 PM, when he heads back home. An unfinished quest left remnants in the schedules of the three cats, leading them to sometimes journey across the corners of Cyrodiil. I didn't catch any footage of it, but I imagine they do so to collect new stories for the papers. The couriers, on the other hand, never stop working at all. They each run between two locations over and over. One runs the short path between Anvil and the Brina Cross Inn, a travel stop between Anvil and Kvatch. Another runs betwixt Coral and the Imperial City. A third traverses from Leowyn to Shadenhall, and finally, one rides in the wilderness between the Drunken Dragon Inn, northeast of Leowyn, and the Inn of Ill Omen along the road between Bravil and the Imperial City. The Black Horse Courier office is located in the center of the market district of the Imperial City. It is the Imperial City design, and takes the form of the thinner, tall section that partitions the east side of the market from the main central street. Some decorative draperies hang off it to pretty things out, and the sign above its door demarcates it clearly. Through the door, we open up into the main office floor. There is a counter in the front and a work desk at the back, as well as several shelves, all littered with papers, some sheets even migrated to the floor. Besides the many pages, the room is decorated with a few books, including a skill book and ink pots and pens. A door around the corner leads down into the basement, used for nothing special. Upstairs seems to be an extension of the office as well as a break room of sorts. There are 2 desks for working, a lounge area, and a small dining area around the corner. The 3 brothers do not live in the office, evident from the lack of beds. To be fair, that has not stopped some people from staying places. They have a house in the Talos Plaza district, standing close to the big doors on the northeast side of the district, demarcated as Rajirad's house. Inside, it is a decent place. The first floor serves as a spacious dining and living space. The basement is, as usual, storage and dust, and the bedroom on the top floor is open plan with leisure and storage space, and 1 comfortable double bed. 1 bed for 3 brothers. The 3 Khajiit brothers all fight in similar ways.
I saw such hell in
They equip their chainmail torso pieces and their fine steel short swords and get to slashing. When they get spooked, they run off, and very quickly if I might add. Couriers have to be fast, I suppose. Hasiri wears a burgundy linen shirt, tan linens and quilted shoes. Rajirad is adorned in a forester's shirt, tan linens and quilted shoes. And Ojabi wears a brown shirt, rugged pants and quilted shoes, because they all like wearing quilted shoes. All 3 brothers carry gold and their house key, but you could have guessed that. I was too slow to manage to attack any of the couriers. They wear drab, practical outfits, nothing to write home about. These 3 Khajiit do such amazing work for the Empire, and thus I believe them deserving of kisses.
What's going on? Someone's being attacked. Lose by the gods. There's a psychopath. Someone by the 9 divines. Assault!
Now that we know who's behind the news, let us look at the news they write on. There are a number of additions that crop up throughout the game as a result of the player's actions. Many are tied to guild questlines and other events, but some are independent. At the start of the game, 6 articles are available to read. Some NPCs will pass them to you, but you may also find them in the Black Horse Courier office. For fun, I will be uploading individual full readings of these in isolation when I get round to it. To summarize each one. Special Edition, Emperor and Heirs assassinated. Elder Council named as regents. Emperor Uriel Septim, VII, 7, right? Is dead. At age 87, having ruled Tamriel for 65 years. At the same time, in separate locations, the late Emperor's 3 sons and heirs were slain by other assassins. The Empress, Carla Voria, was loved by the public. By ancient precedent, the Elder Council, spoken for by Chancellor Akato, rules the Empire until the new Emperor is crowned. The article discusses the Emperor's reign and its troubles over the years, including the Imperial Simulacrum, where a usurper, Jago Tharn, took his appearance and replaced him on the throne, the wars of the Iliac Bays, and the Vardenfell Crisis. It ends by reassuring all resources are looking into the matter of his assassination, and by honoring his loss. Grey Fox, man or myth? This article discusses the Thieves Guild and the Grey Fox, posited by Captain Hieronymus Lex to be the center of all thefts in the Imperial City. The Grey Fox has a big reputation, which claims that he can turn invisible at will, shrink himself down to the size of a mouse, turn to mist and seep under locked doors, and so on. Quite the handful. Grey Fox, unmasked. Vlanaris Gvinchel recently admitted to being the notorious thief, the Grey Fox. He also confessed to being the reincarnation of Tiber Septim, the love child of the Lord Stendar, a wereshark, and the mother of Hieronymus Lex. And the mother of Hieronymus Lex. I wish he gave him a more pronounceable name. He had, of course, recently consumed a near-lethal dose of skooma. Vlanaris is now back home and recuperating. He has sworn to never trifle with skooma again, and warns everyone to stay away from the Aurum gang.
Get lost or I'll pull your arm off.
Quillweave plans new Doomstone cycle. Doomstone's not magical, says noted Argonian writer. Quillweave, the authoress of The Goblin with the Golden Arm and Red Crater, plans to write a new series of historical works called The Path of the Doomstones. She plans to title using the names of each of the 21 Doomstones across the province. She does not believe they have magical power, but are the result of primitive sky worship and cults. Her fame was made on her stories of lowlifes. Quote, "But this time my characters will uproot trees, devastate cities, and summon rains of boiling blood, before slipping away to explore the private and intimate mysteries of the heart."
You twist like this. Exactly.
Fighters Guild faces tough competition. The article speaks of the arrival of the new institution to rival the Fighters Guild, the Blackwood Company. They are much less regulated and more willing to engage in dubious contracts. They are known to be reckless, however, but present a good option for jobs the Fighters Guild refuses. Special Edition. Night Mother rituals on the rise, and won't be tolerated, warns Imperial Legion. By Agnes, the quill is mightier than the ebony sword, Earhart. This article, dramatically written, speaks on Adamus Philida's fight against the Assassin's Guild, the Dark Brotherhood. The ritual to summon their services is called the Black Sacrament. As documented in the rare and taboo work, A Kiss, Sweet Mother, the Black Sacrament involves an effigy of the intended victim created from actual body parts, including a heart, skull, bones, and flesh, within a circle of candles. To proceed with the ritual, one must stab the effigy repeatedly with a dagger rubbed with the petals of a nightshade plant, while whispering the plea, Sweet mother, sweet mother,
send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Finally! My prayers have been answered! You came! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood! You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract. They call her Grelod the Kind, but she's not kind. Kill Grelod the Kind!
Once answered, a black-robed figure will arrive, take the money, and murder your desired target with no questions asked.
None of you riffraff is getting a doctor.
Adamus Philida is understandably concerned with this. Those suspected of performing or intending to perform the sacrament will be incarcerated in the Imperial prison and their property seized by the Empire. This is not a hollow threat, as one Claudius Arcadia has wound up in prison for performing the ritual. The article warns against taking the law into your own hands. If you really want to do a murder, you can always move to Morrowind and get the Morag Tong, a government-sanctioned assassin group, to do it. Side note, I love this article so much, they could not have written it more irresponsibly. Do not bake this cake using the intricate recipe provided. There are many more papers that document your impact on the game, adding to the illusion of a reactive world. They are well worth discovering in their own right. Let the NPCs Hasiri, Rajirad, and Ojabi of the Black Horse Courier be NPC'd. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse.